Well, another case concluded.
Ah! I didn't have...
For about 400 or 500 years or so.
I want to see it.
No, Hattie!
Why can't I see it?
My darling girl, you don't understand. I can't just drop in a glove. More their life a glove than I have. I won't have them put out.
I see. So, even when we're married, if I want to visit, I have to send on ahead.
Yes. Preferably a day or two,
Oh, servants, I mean. And your family.
They already think of you as being wonderfully exotic.
But I'm a miner's daughter from a mining camp. What's it doing here?
There's always been some sort of zoo at Glarven. And let a fellow who's interested keep it going. You know, I have a fancy that cat's from the Americas, like you. Perhaps he's come to welcome you.
You wild and beautiful thing.
Not half as wild and beautiful as you.
Water into dust.
Amelia, why don't you let Howard give the dog in life?
No, I suppose not.
Well, at least the...
Want to like Lord Robert's future bride. Stop being so silly,
Oh,
Hetty.
Alice, but Alice, have you seen those women?
Now, Hetty Duran, I'd like to remind...
My dear Henrietta, you cannot live with...
We'll soon get it round. I say it's the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
Don't you remember in the park? And the summer parties. Every lamp in the house was lit. And outside, the smell of the hay in the moonlight. You remember?
Yes, yes.
Dear Mr. Sherlock Holmes, my father has run away. Please, will you help me find him? Timothy.
tell you what I actually think. No. I think she's extraordinarily pretty. That's what I think. And I think Robert is head over heels in love.
I agree.
That's what I think. And Bella thinks so too, don't you, my angel?
Hush. Mary, remember.
Why can't I finish?
The sun. The sun.
No. No. No! We're being watched.
I will not rehearse in front of strangers.
Noddies. You know it, he knows it, and the cat knows it. What's the matter with you?
Get out! Go and get me another bottle. Go on. I'm not his... I'm not your whore, my lord. No. Oh, come and use your whore, my lord. You'll never have anyone who'll do what you want like me.
Thank you. You'll pardon me, ma'am, if I don't join you in drinking that French Chateau wine. I guess it's too refined for my taste. Some would say too civilized. I'll drink your health.
Just so. Just so.
The wine, sir, is magnificent.
Bless you.
Now tell me about this house of yours. Great house. Sad looking, they tell me.
I'll accept that. But I'm not prepared to lay out more for the time I spend there.
Hetty has told me how beautiful it is. I think she'd like it to be one of her homes.
I would want to please Hetty in any way I can. You've always been very frank with me, so I'll admit something to you. When I was much younger and barely had a grasp of affairs, I was very badly advised. Financially, I mean.
In what way?
I was persuaded to sell off outlying parts of Glavon until they were my father's advisors. When you grow up in a place like Glavon, it seems eternal.
Sure, I see that.
I'll be off there, Miss Miller, and I hope you'll do the same. Because there's no point in you doing otherwise.
Oh, will rid me of this troublesome woman.
Well, you may say...
I do say, get out.
Here, this should kick things off for you to make a start at Glavon.
You're very generous, sir.
You look after my girl.
The Park Club.
The Park Club. Vincent.
Thank you, Ewart.
Yeah?
I'm often up at this hour.
I don't really sleep these days.
The goddamn thing alone.
Oh dear.
Holmes? Holmes?
Why? I'm walking through infernal territory and you ask why?
I only meant...
Well. My dream is horrible. I'm fighting with Moriarty at the Falls, which diminishes. Its upholstery torn to shreds. I'm struggling to escape from a marsh, claws, talons, which reach out to me. Through me.
You sleep badly, you have bad dreams, you sleep even worse.
I don't have bad dreams. I have one dream more than once.
Let's see how you really are.
Ah, please don't stop that. And I'll tell you something else. I regret Moriarty's death. Tell me, how would you describe Moriarty?
Evil. Lively.
There's something wrong with the child. She's as nervous as a cat.
Hat? Oh, yes. Amelia does look curious in a hat. I never thought of it before.
Even you were nervous.
Get that gun.
I don't know.
I'll get the police. Do you have any objection?
No. Where are you? My darling.
Well, what you should be doing is eating properly.
No. Oh, it's got a crest and a monogram. That's an improvement. This morning's mail was from a fishmonger and a tide waiter.
Ah, it's a fashionable epistle indeed. My dear Sherlock Holmes, Lord Blackwater tells me that I may place implicit reliance upon your judgment and discretion. Scotland Yard is already acting in this matter, and there is no objection to... It's about that Lord St. Simon wedding.
Yes, dull.
So, 3 caltrops in chief over a fest sale. That's him, all right. He has entrusted the preliminaries to me. I know his methods.
Very well. Very well. Apart from the destructive cases of this sort before. Though hardly, I imagine, from the same class of society.
He would, in fact, be descending. Sir, well, Mr. Holmes' last client of the sort was a king.
Bravo, Watson.
Ah, I had no idea. Which king?
Well, you can understand, my lord, that he extends to the affairs of other clients the same secrecy which is promised you in yours.
Of course. How are we to find her, sir? How can she have disappeared? Where is she? I must have her back.
A woman obscured.
But she looked quite lovely and very happy.
If I remember rightly, the newspapers implied that Miss Miller was drunk when she made the scene at your front door.
As far as I could judge, yes, it was likely.
My lord, would it be in order to ask the nature of your relationship with Miss Miller?
Yes. If somewhat naive, she was my mistress. We parted some months ago.
Do you think Miss Miller the sort of person to seek revenge on you, beyond embarrassing you, I mean?
Drink affects people unpredictably. The chap at Scotland Yard also believes Miss Miller to be implicated in Hetty's disappearance. Hadn't you better answer the door, sir?
I know, Mr. Holmes, but the circumstances are odd. She was the lady.
Did you say she wore a veil?
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Hudson had a faint cold fear runs through my veins.
Oh, sir.
Would you put a match to the fire?
Of course.
Thank you, Mrs. Hudson. Now, Lord Robert, if I were to mention...
The 2 women to whom Lord Robert was previously married.
Married? I'm wide awake now.
I have always been very contented that my marriages be kept from the public gaze, Mr. Holmes.
Why?
They were not comfortable experiences. Ended in my wife's death. The second by annulment.
Excellent. I see. Mrs. Hudson? I want you to describe to me the lady who delivered the note. Thank you.
Try, sir.
Hmm?
No, you must do more than try, Mrs. Hudson. You must succeed.
Well, she... Look, sir.
Come, Watson! book. It's just figures, no dress. Lady... That name to Oscar Wilde's latest play. Something about losing a relative.
Yes, to lose...
Fortunate, but to lose 3...
begins to look like carelessness.
Rank carelessness, Watson! Rippy, who is this woman? I must read your notes on Lord Robert. Oh, be reasonable, Watson. I will eat.
We are not leaving this room. You need rest.
Rest? Well, then you'll have to interview Durand tomorrow morning. Prophetic. Yes, you may look. Pond.
I'm sorry to disturb you, sir. Inspector Montgomery. I wonder if you could identify this. I understand the young lady was wearing her wedding dress when she left the house.
I'm grateful to you, Inspector, for your time.
Well, not at all. I'm told a visit to Mr. Holmes is always entertaining, if not...
Spa.
Taking the waters. Well, I'm sorry to see you laid up, Mr.
Why?
Flora Miller was seen at the wedding. Then she came looking for the victim. She attacked Lord Robert, and then she was seen with Mr. Rand shortly after she left her house. FM. Fairly conclusive, wouldn't you say?
Where'd you find this?
In the pocket of the wedding dress. You're looking at the wrong side.
I know what's on the other side. Excuse me, what is your name?
Montgomery.
Inspector.
Ah. An inspector.
There's nothing in it.
I know of very few hotels that would dare to charge 8 pence for a glass of sherry. The Port of Lestrade. Loose. Been going to the spa. I do hope his wife will be. I need your hip flask and a small bottle of gin.
Gin. That hotel bill. The message. It must have been passed somehow to Miss Duran in the church. Question 1, how? Question...
I now have this gentleman's evidence. May I introduce Mr. George Tidy?
How do you do, sir?
He's...
The bullet.
There.
A pocket gone, wouldn't you say? But not Miss Miller's.
Not Miss Miller's?
No, certainly not. But unknown.
Are you?
Miss Miller? I am acutely aware that you should not be here.
I'm glad to hear it.
I'm Sherlock.
The child simply had the common sense to see what she was letting herself in for.
And what was she letting herself in for?
A life with Lord Roberts and Simon.
Can you describe what that might entail?
I told the child all about it.
Been a long day. I was very tired. God knows what I said to her.
I don't remember.
Mr. Holmes, I, Agnes Northcott, being of sound mind...
You observed Miss Hetty Duran leave the house. You introduced yourself to her. You walked together in the park.
Has decided me.
Ah, go on.
You took her back to the theatre and sent out for some clothes.
Yes.
Had she money with her?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing. I live for the present, and nothing else is a waste of time.
You know nothing?
No.
Annulment usually takes place when there is unfitness in one of the... That any man should be worthy of such love. Is it passion? Fear?
is nearly ready.
Perhaps time is shaped.
We cannot dream the future.
Well, maybe the future is all around us. I'm ready.
Coming. It's a pity there's so little in this. Just a few figures and initials. No doubt you'll find more.
Ah, there's rage on this page. Look how she's torn the paper with the nib. A seamstress. Lace maker. Web maker. Ah, she reads. Bronte, Jane Austen, and Sophocles. Come in.
Mr. Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, I am here. We've met before.
I am Agnes Northcott.
Miss Northcott.
Believe me.
Really? Well, I am afraid I am burdened with a rational turn of mind. I need proofs. Oh, Miss Northcott, I need proofs.
I have no proofs. Only my conviction and experiences, not just my own.
Conviction?
Destroyed her!
How?
When was this? It could not happen today. We have the Lunacy Act just...
Oh, could it not? Well, that's as... They can if your uncle is a duke. If you're handsome and plausible. Under the terms of your... And so they were. A small but learned committee went to Glavin eventually. Knowing what they wanted to find, and of course they found it. Charmed by the compassionate Lord Robert, who had kept his wife, a profoundly depressed person, once beautiful, now sadly distracted, in conditions that can only be wondered at for their cleanliness, their orderliness, their quality of nursing, and so on. Only one thing was amiss. It was not my sister. Helena was not mad. It was not my sister. It was not her. I went to Glavin myself. I had to fight the truth. My reward was this.
Miss Northcott, did you discover the truth?
I was blind with anger and grief. I have no recollection of even how I got there. I was left in part of the wood where I was found by some cottagers and kept alive. Of not knowing. Nothing seems to break the grey circle I live in. Nothing I do.
Nothing.
I walk the streets at night. Am I looking for danger? So I can feel alive.
Good God. What else may I have dreamt? The laundry. Oh. Miss Northcote, will you satisfy me upon one point?
If I can.
Your meanderings, nocturnal meanderings, did they ever take you past the Park Club? Lord St. Simon was shot at on the night before his wedding. That was you.
By who?
A man called Thomas Floutier.
Was he convicted?
Yes, but he escaped.
Where do you think he is? Any idea?
Glavin. No, I don't know. I have no proof.
Just the strength of your convictions.
Yes.
Miss Northcote, I'm afraid the sound of your shot never reached the ears of our noble bachelor, the thrice married. I expect you to understand how much I envy you. Excuse me. Hudson!
Is he really going to help?
Oh, yes. He already is.
Oh, yes. I was in the church. Weren't we, my sweetness? I smuggled Bella in. She was as good as gold.
Did anything occur?
Ewart.
Damn you, Gallagher. The newspapers, you see, reported us.
He accepted my story. It was clear to everyone that Miss Miller was drunk.
That's all. A day or two. We must have proof. Eggs at Glavin. That's all. Nothing must jeopardize that.
No.
Nothing.
No, of course not.
What about Miss Miller? If she's capable of a scene like that.
Oh. I just discovered that a certain Mr. Francis Hay Moulton is in room 26. An American gentleman whose wife only joined him yesterday. His initials are...
FHM. FM. Would be 8.
Thank you. I personally promise Mr. Moulton that you will both be free to return to California. It will be as if your wife had never entered that church.
You tell me who the devil you are.
We've engaged my Lord St. Simon to find his wife.
Mr. Moulton, her father will take it very hard, I think, that she did not communicate with him.
But she did, damn it. You made criticism of Henrietta's duties towards her father. You hear me out. And then I was reported dead up in the high northwest.
Robert!
I told the child everything.
This money from employing you.
Why do you say that?
Because Henrietta has gone to see him.
I wish she had not done that!
past. Unimportant. I don't want to relive the past. The past is dead. You are... Oh, my darling, I beg you not to listen to that woman. She is a drunk. She has no sense of decency or truth left. The authorities have asked me not to go anymore.
The authorities. Is she alive, Robert?
What do you say?
And I thought she was a drunk. Just another drunk, that it didn't mean anything. You took Lady Helena away from a private hospital. You took her away. Where is she, Robert?
This was no
And
good.
you brought her here. Where is she,
Please,
Robert?
no good, damn it!
Why did the murder of your first wife escape? Where to? Do you have a servant here, Robert? Is his name Thomas Floaty Head?
What do you think we do? Well, I'll let you go. Hetty, what I did for you. With you, the world's changed. Hetty, you must believe me. Say you believe me!
No!
Yes. Thomas Flotier is the man who works for me here. Amongst other things, he looks after the needs of Lady Helena. It may give you some satisfaction to know that your stubbornness will be the inevitable cause of her death now. Money will revert to me. And after a suitable period of mourning, I leave.
When I dropped my bouquet, I saw the man I married. A ghost. I thought he was dead. But that's where I've been. With my husband.
Scent.
Thomas Flotier.
Who are you?
Emissaries of your sister Agnes. Tell me, how did you do it?
I spent 7 long years ensuring the chapel's utter instability. Any attempt I made at escape was thwarted. So, I recreated the entrance, brick by brick, timber by timber. I made a science of instability. And I succeeded.
7 years. It was unique in my
And so it was that we discovered the true mistress of Glarven. A woman so far from madness that the new owner of Glarven was none other than Lady Helena St. Simon. Lady Helena wisely decided to sell it and redeem the mortgages upon it. I cannot conceive.
How dare you make a record of this case?
Oh, a record?